great move, and he scored!
And you believe it. That's a stone-cold save.
Hi CHL fans, it's been a while, but we're back at it again with another episode of CHL Centre Ice. I'm your host, Victoria Vigilanti, and I'm alongside our hockey expert, John Tripp, who apparently didn't get the memo that November's over.
No, John didn't, but he's going on with Mocember. Once it started growing, I couldn't stop it. It is what it is.
I think you should keep it. It really slims out your face.
An even better reason to keep it.
And it also must have been nice coming over and missing a little Canadian winter.
Yes, I don't have to shovel any driveways, but even better, it gives you the hockey feeling. We're back here to watch some hockey, and I'm excited about it.
Well, these other two Swedish teams seem to really enjoy the winter weather, but it was Frolunda who was able to snowplow over Linkoping. Linkoping beat Frolunda twice in the season, but they weren't able to beat Dan Bakala. He was 180 minutes without a goal against. That's 3 shutouts in a row.
That's a hot goalie. Let's hear what he has to say.
It's okay. It's kind of something that happens. You're obviously happy and proud, but it's another game, another day. So you kind of forget about it and keep going. They've beat us twice already this year in league play, and we weren't going to let it happen again. And we pressed on them pretty hard and came out successful. You know, it was all right. A little bit of luck. A lot of it had to do with how well you guys in front of me play. I know it sounds like a cliche, but they didn't give up much. Grade A chances, and you know, they made some big blocks.
What I like about Dan's interview is how humbling he was. He was praising his teammates. I mean, this guy got 3 shutouts. He's doing a lot of the work. He's a man on a mission. He's hot, and I'll tell you what, whatever he's doing on game day, I'm sure he's doing the same thing again for the next game.
Well, there was one Swedish team that was able to find in the back of the net. Let's see how these guys got the job done.
This one started a bit slow. With the first period, no goals. But then enter Johan Sundström. He opens the scoring, and from here, it all goes Frolunda's way. The second goal was a capitalization on a mistake. The Linkoping defense unable to clear the puck, and they give up a goal. Vimoskayo, under pressure, serves it right to Simon Hjalmarsson as he scores against his former team. From 2012 to 2014, he called Linkoping home, but now he scores for Frolunda Gothenburg. It's fair to say that the power play for the defending champs made the difference in this game. 3 of the 4 goals came with the man advantage. Their setup on the power play is fantastic, they keep their cool, and they make the right decisions. In the end, it's a convincing 4-0 win for Frolunda at home.
Of course, we put ourselves in a tough spot, but we saw before that strange things happen in hockey, and if we can lose a game 4-0, I'm pretty confident that we can win a game with 4 goals. But of course, it's a tough spot.
Dan Tegnes thinks it's possible for his team to get the win. But what I really want to know, do you think it's possible?
Well, it's going to be tough. They got their work cut out for them. The one thing is, we're going to see a Swedish team in the semifinals. Nice to see. Frolunda, they have more experience, but the teams know each other quite well. They've already beaten, Linkoping is already beating Frolunda in their own regular season 2 times. So they have home court advantage. What they need to do is they got to get their best players being better than Frolunda's best players. So anything can happen.
Another great matchup we had was Vigilanti versus Freiburg. It was a 5-2 win for the Swiss side, but we could easily rename this game the Julian Springer Show. He had a hat trick on the night, and in the quarterfinals, that's a great early Christmas present. He was actually born and raised in Freiburg, and now he wears the C on his chest proudly and hopes to take his team all the way to the end.
Julian Springer is leading by example. He steps up for his team in key situations and has 28 points through as many games in the Swiss League. In the Champions Hockey League, he's got 5 goals and 3 assists, with the quarterfinal a perfect occasion for his first ever hat trick in European competition. The 30-year-old Springer was drafted in 2004 by the Minnesota Wild, but never left his hometown. In a world where trades occur many times in a career, this is a unique achievement.
Very satisfied. I think our guys did a great job tonight against a very good Vigilanti team. I think we had a bit of an advantage, them playing on the Sunday night. They're maybe a little bit tired tonight. Like, it's a very short schedule, but next week it'll be us. We've got 2 games Saturday, Sunday. We'll catch them on a Tuesday. But that's the way the game goes. I think that we were a little bit lucky in the second period. They played a very good second period. They had some good chances, but our goalie came up big tonight, and I think that was the difference in the game.
Out of the 8 teams, Vitkovice and Freiburg, in my mind, are probably not one of the strongest. And from the first stage, don't forget, Vitkovice got 4 points to pass through. It's not a lot, but they're finding a way and they're doing a good job. Freiburg came in on the road and capitalized. Vitkovice just couldn't find their form in their game. And that being said, Julian Sprunger, he had a great day. He was Johnny on the spot. His 2 goals were just being at the right place at the right time, going to that. And his one-timer shot, it was outstanding.
Yeah, that was. It looked like a little Ovechkin shot to me.
Actually, yeah, it did.
The next matchup we have on the night for you is the Zurich Lions with the Vaxto Lakers. It was really a battle between the pipes. With the 0-0 game, both goaltenders played a very solid game. Lucas Fuller from the Lions came up with 28 saves in the night, while Jochen Ersson had 26. Were the goalies just that good, or was the offense not rolling?
Well, I think it was a little bit of both. It was definitely a goalie's dream game and a fan's nightmare game. Of course, everyone wants to see lots of goals, but I like the way they played. There's a lot of good chances. Vecchio on the 5-on-4 power play hit the post. We call it a game of inches. That's what makes the difference from moving on or not moving on.
This was also a very special game for Cory Murphy, as he plays his 4th season with Vecchio, but in the 2010-2012 season, he was with the Zurich Lions. Let's see what he's had to say about this scoreless draw.
It was great. It was a lot of fun. I had 2 years here, and it was a really fun time for me. So it was good to see some of the players are the same, some of the guys I was friends with, and the fans were good as usual. So it was fun to be back. I think it was kind of started feeling out the other team, and a few chances either way. So I think we'll take the tie on the road, and then go back home and try to get a win.
We had another game that ended in a tie between Sparta Prague and SC Bern. It was also not a high-scoring game. With a 1-1 draw, it makes next week's games very interesting. Both teams must come ready to play because it's winner takes all.
SC Bern and Sparta Prague played a tight checking game from the get-go, but also with a lot of discipline. That being said, there weren't a lot of quality scoring opportunities until Jaroslav Hlinka opens the scoring in the 25th minute. The shot that passed, it went 5-hole and gave the visitors the lead. Great screen out in front, lots of traffic. That'll really impede Giannotti's vision, and it does that perfectly in this situation. Didn't take long for Bern to answer the call. 2.5 minutes later, Untersander on the doorstep with the feed from Arcabella. The top scorer with the beautiful pass, heads-up play from him all the way, and Untersander just has to elevate that puck and squeak it right past the pad. Both goalies were fantastic. Giannotti and Popperle here, who allows this goal. They only allowed one each, and it'll be them in the spotlight for the rematch in a week's time.
What I like about these two teams are the way they pair up. They're total opposites. I've had a chance to play against both these countries, and the Swiss League, it's very highly skilled, not so physical. Where Czech, it's somewhat similar to North America, a little hack and whack. But that being said, these goalies, they weren't tested enough. We're going to see a good next game. And on that one last stat I like to say is Bern. They have yet to lose this year in the CHL.
Wow, that's a good time. That's going to really help them in the next game, keeping the momentum flowing.
We'll find out.
And always, guys, don't forget to check out our YouTube channel. You can keep up to date with John's mustache and any highlights in the CHL. As we come to an end, the first leg of the quarterfinals are over. John, I want to know, who are your top 4?
Oh, my top 4. I'm going to go with Frolunda, Freiburg, Bern, and Zurich.
You know what? I think I'm going to go with you on those top 4. If you hit it the spot, CHL should give you a raise.
Perfect.
We'll just find out and wait and see till next week, guys. See you later.
See you later.